Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark III and welcome back to the colony of cleanliness and the hum of overstrained machinery all around. Yeah, I've not got this thing quite set up right, and because I expanded it a bit to include a second power plant, it's now overloading, so the more you know. Hang on, so let's actually fix this. Yeah, the main problem here, I think, is that because I've got it separated, it's actually alternating between the two cooling fans. So yeah, that's a slight issue. Let's actually do something about that then. I need to tear out that gas pipe. Wait, I can't because that's hidden. Okay, right, I need to tear out that gas pipe. And... wait. I can't do this, can I? Not without breaching the place, I think. Oh, that sucks. Okay. What I really need is access through this part here, because it needs to go into that one, then come out that one, so... ah! Okay. Sure. Right. Slight issue because, you know, this room's so tightly packed, I can't really properly access things. So, I'll have to deconstruct that tile to even get anywhere. And people have to keep coming into this place now because the machines are constantly needing repair as well, so it's not great. Not really. And there's some materials. Come on. You guys can fix this place, right? Yeah. I think this is a slight lesson in terms of using an air-cooled system. You've got to build it properly from the outset. Because if you don't, then when you modify it later, odds are you're going to make a mistake and mess it up completely. As I have done here. So come on. Come on people, you've got to get this stuff sorted out. Thank you. Right. Now, air plumbing. That one is still in need of demolition, so... deconstruct that one. I think that's the other one that needs to be deconstructed, isn't it? Yeah, I think that... yeah. That one. And that one. I think I'll have to knock that tile out as well to even get anywhere. Yep. I think that's part of the problem I'm having slightly with this. I'm trying to engineer it, and engineering something to be exact, perfect kind of thing is a slight problem. But on the bright side, at least this is cooling it down a little bit now. It's venting the hot air straight into my colony, so yeah, that sounds perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, let's actually get this thing properly plumbed in then. Grab the gas pipes out of igneous rock. Max priority. I want that to go like that. That's actually superfluous now, so... so's that one. That one's okay. I think. Look, I'm trying to get this thing worked out. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry about the lack of videos, by the way. Over the last week, I only wound up doing the one in Oxygen Not Included. And I'm starting to run the same problem I ran into last time, which is I'm trying to get the balance sorted out of how many to do and how many I want to do, and it's... there we go. That's all I need, because like that. So I'm still struggling a bit on what I want to do with this series, and that's why the videos have been getting more sporadic of late. Now if I get all that built, that's the output vent there. Right. That feeds straight into that, that feeds straight into that. Okay, right, yeah. The main problem I had with this rearrangement I did was because I'd wired it up into a series configuration rather than in parallel. It was just, it couldn't cope properly. It was splitting the air that was coming through, but now as you can see, now that it's a single flow going through, it's operating a lot more effectively. So I had enough fans for the generators involved. It was just the fact that I I didn't have access to... Actually... Yeah, let's do it like that. I want to maintain access to this thing, but I don't exactly have the thing arranged properly to do so. Whoops, that was mop. I wanted sweep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually install another access here in the form of an additional mechanized lock, which I'm going to put there, and install the tile there, and a ladder there, so they can just hop in through the top and deal with it there and then get straight back out again if they need to. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. And of course, nighttime comes. Anyway, while they're sleeping their pretty little heads off, I'll show you quickly some modifications I made. The big thing I've done is I've actually completed the carbon dioxide sink, as you can see. I've extended it out under here, and this is now going to be the pure water tank. I'm finally starting to get a pure water tank. So I've got it like this. It's all lined with insulated tile and then a layer of regular tile outside. The carbon dioxide comes in through here for additional CO2. Then this is the one that's plugged into the cycle. It was overloaded a little bit because I was pumping it into here without giving it time to cool this, and I had the battery for the system actually here to take advantage of that cooling it as well, but that was just slowing it all down, so I've torn that out and actually put it up here in the hall for the time being. So that's what I've done with my carbon dioxide sink, and right now it's just cycling around cooling things down, or trying to. The problem is that the output vent keeps overpressurizing because of how it's arranged at the moment. But it's working, as you can see. It's getting down to minus 20s over here, minus 14s. Up here it's at 6 and dropping, so that is cycling through. It's going to start condensing the CO2 eventually, but if it had better airflow, it'd probably work a lot better, but it is what it is right now, sadly. I could probably vent some CO2 from the system, to be quite honest. Actually, yeah, that sounds like a better idea. Let's go ahead and go back into plumbing. Grab a gas vent and install it there, so I can vent out some of the CO2. Actually, that's a good idea to just leave that there. I'll disable the vent when I don't need it, and then I can leave that turned off when it's cycling properly again. So yeah, that sounds good. In the time being, that'll just vent it out straight through there. And I think I'd better dig this section out here to increase the airflow a little bit. Okay, right. So I've done that. I installed a gas valve here, so I can regulate how much it's trying to pull out of this area. So, you know, that will allow it to actually work there as well. Let's plug this into the system as well, because why not? Oh yeah, I've rearranged the power as well. These things are now connected to this generator, which is powering this little assembly here. So this single generator is responsible for that, and it's topped off by a pair of manual generators in the hallway. So again, it's a mix of permanent positions and temporary positions, which is characteristic of my bases in this game, I think. I say something's temporary and then I never do anything with it, so yeah. Okay, are you working properly yet? Not quite, you're still overpressurizing a bit. Actually, whenever that one overpressurizes, it feeds straight through into the fans, but okay, yeah, that looks okay. Let's disable this one then. Oh, I can't anymore. Well, that sucks. Okay. I'll just have to deconstruct it then. Oh, something I should note, by the way, because I didn't work with gas valves for a while. I'm just saying this, aren't I? Just note. Gas valves, you can set them down to 0, and you can set them up to 1 kilogram per second. What? Never mind, this game likes to make a fool of me, because when I first built that, I could set it as up to 10 kilograms per second, but now it's at 1, so I don't know what's going on there. I guess it's self-adjusting for how much it thinks it can fit through the pipe, or something to that effect, but yeah, that's all running properly now. Okay. And the game loves to make a fool of me. I don't mind. I'm perfectly happy to play the fool. I have no problem with that. And you're supposed to sweep that. Yeah, they'll get around to it eventually. That's fine. On the bright side, having those fans in series is cooling the generators enough to generally keep things operating, but because I think it's because of how I positioned the output vents. The regulators keep overloading because the cool air is going that way there and it's ignoring that side. So yeah, the airflow's mixed up there. Okay. I told you guys to harvest those ages ago. Why aren't you... What the frick? Harvest, harvest, harvest. Everyone can harvest because those have been waiting for days. So on the bright side, I've got 14,000 calories in stock and I'm living off mush bars. On the bad side, my algae supplies are still my primary air supply and I am still running out a lot. Is there any algae over here? Let's see, I dug through there. Let's get that built. And then G8, that. I think part of the problem is that my research is currently working. Because research is a pretty demanding thing in this base. It takes up 4 people and it takes up a lot of power, so I'm going to shut that off actually again. I should also like to note that I'm actually researching to percolation, so I can get access to the electrolyzers. I should also note that I am not researching sanitation scientists despite... Sanitation sciences, despite this being the colony of cleanliness, because that's worked out just being the least priority researches of all. So as much as my duplicants might appreciate being able to take a hot shower, I've just not given it to them because I'm focusing on something else. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but someone was there working on that and then the door shut on their head and they were just fine. I don't know. I just don't know. Also need to deconstruct that one. That's got a stock of minerals in it that I don't really want, so tear that down and let the hatch start eating to give me some more coal. So yeah. Oh, they can actually get down there. I thought that was too deep. The more you know. The more you know. Oh, and it's falling straight through the ladders. That explains why they're doing that. Darn. Okay, right. I need to get some deeper ladders then, it seems. That one. 9. Let's get it down to here. So they can get that ladder built there and get access to this algae down here, hopefully. Because I need more algae. And that's why I'm researching the electrolyzer. Because if I don't, then I'm... run the very real risk of running out of easily accessible algae. I better dig this lot out here as well. Dig all that. I'm still not sure where that chlorine's coming from. In fact, yeah, how did the chlorine get down there? Wait, is the chlorine coming from here? What? It seems to be coming from here, as far as I can tell. But I can't see anything that should be emitting it. Because look, there's this little pocket here of chlorine. How strange. Oh well. I'm sure I'll work it out sooner or later, but not today. Not today. Anyway, I've spent about 15 minutes just going, what am I doing? I don't know. And that kind of sums up this entire series, to be quite honest with you. Things I do need to be doing, which, by the way, I would have set these as episode goals, but I've been distracted trying to deal with these a little bit. Oh, look, even that gas permeable tile is overheating as well. That is bad, to say the least. Hang on, let's check my flipping air vents. Anyway, my plan was, for lack of a stronger word, my plan was to... Let's demolish this part here. And then tear that part out there as well. So this will disable the cooling system for the moment. But it'll survive briefly, I guess. Because I need to move this air vent out and get it into a better position. Okay. My plan was to spend this episode working on a better power plant / storage system. Part of the problem is because of this whole limit of how much power you can have on a single circuit thing, having a centralized storage / generation area is actually something of a hassle. You need to be really, really careful where you put it, and you have to have lots of wires everywhere if you want to connect to the more outlying systems. So having generators, multiple generators working in a single space, you can do it. But there's no remote on-off switches. You've got to send someone in to work on them. Oh, that was what I was going to say. You have to send someone to actually change the level of gas valves now as well. If you tell it to change how much it's going to do, then you actually have to send someone to deal with it. So that's something new that's come in that I didn't know about. Sweep, 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 my little people. Sweep, sweep, sweep away. Right, 9 that. I guess. Let's get that nicely walled off. So yeah, like that. And then let's put in a new gas permeable tile. There. Okay. Right, that should about do it. That's the space I want to use. It's only the one generator operating, but it's rapidly overheating the space again because it's so small. But once I get the air flowing from this here onwards, that should be enough to keep these regulators up from overheating again. And it should fix this entire section up. Maybe. Yeah, listen to me. I am not having a good day, am I? Not really. Just go there. And then the plumbing. I want the gas pipe to go like this, because that's how it's got to go, and then that can go there. And another tangle of plumbing is complete. Thanks to yours truly, Iron Mark III, the most efficient engineer to ever grace Oxygen Not Included with his very holy presence. Yeah, right. I swear I'll get better at this. Okay. The other issues I mentioned in the last video, sorry, give me a sec. The other thing I mentioned in the last video is how I thought I'd nailed down how often I wanted to do these videos, but the thing I've not properly nailed down is how much time to put between the videos, because I still find myself spending a lot of time between these videos, and then that is burning through how often I want to play the game, and then that means less videos, and it's a catch-22 situation, effectively. Because I'm playing it more than I want to, and then that's affecting my enjoyment of it, and that makes me less willing to record it, so... skipping time really is not working out for me with this particular series, so I guess this is turning into more of a kind of babbling video. This is... here, listen to me talking about the talks and all the things, and I don't really mind if you guys know that I'm struggling a bit. I better enable that one again. Yeah. So, okay, that's a bit of talk, a bit of what's going on. How cool is that getting? That's getting cold, yeah, minus 10 degrees now, so it's getting it's getting towards that magical point of minus 48.1 when I will be able to start properly, well and truly condensing the CO2 here down into liquid, and then that'll greatly improve the storage capacity of this, as well as providing an insulation layer against any inbound heat that might be coming my way. So that's part of the idea of having it like this. It's like an outer wall kind of situation against any kind of temperature change which might come in from the other direction. So yeah. But down here, I know you've seen this in the video earlier, but I didn't mention it, is a liquid pump along with a power and pipe connection which both extend out to here. And the reason that is there is so that if I want to, I can start pumping out the liquid CO2 that will eventually start filling this place up without having to fuss about trying to get down into it to actually install the pump, because it's already there and it's already wired and rigged in, ready to go. So that's there. I don't have to mess around with it. I can just hook it up on this side of the wall to wherever I want it, and then I can start pumping out liquid carbon dioxide and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, to be realistic, if this fills up with liquid to this point, like a couple of blocks, then duplicates won't be able to get down to this end of it where the pump is. So that's the thing. Max resources. Yep, the oxidizer's running out again. Okay. I really need to get that research done. I really need to get electrolyzers operational. So turn that back on. There we go, lights are on, the base is on. But yeah, the colony cleanliness is not really living up to its name, is it? Not at all. Also, I should probably dig that one out. Get access to that. Oh yeah. There was something else I wanted to mention, and once again I've got completely and thoroughly distracted, so I'm sorry. This is turning into one of those videos, isn't it, where I talk up a storm and then I don't get anything done. By the way, I'm working on another room over here. Another bedroom, so that'll give me a sleeping capacity of 12, but I don't have the food. Anyway, yes, stop getting distracted, idiots. Meanwhile, I was getting overstressed. That's not what I wanted to talk about at all. Well, as we know, there are geysers, or geysers, or whichever one you want to call it, in this version of the game. But we have not got any, and we've not seen any around the base, and I've actually finally figured out why. During the interim, there is a geyser very close by. It's just that it's I couldn't really see it because it is here. Yes, it's here. This little pocket of pure, pristine water in the middle of all this contaminated water, which was actually the only clue as to its presence. That it's actual pure water instead of contaminated like the rest of this place. But yeah, there is my local geyser, and it is full of warm water. Actually hot water. 43.4, that is hot water. So it's, yeah, that's there. That's the other thing I need to do. I need to plug into that at some point and get access to a lot of water. But then again, I've got all this water here still, which is just fine. And hooray, the plants are ready again. Let's go ahead and grab those. I've got 17,000 in reserve right now, so that's fine. I'll turn that off. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last video, so I'll mention it again here, by the way. I've redone the wiring in the kitchen a little bit. If I bring up the power map for you. Yeah, as you can see, there's now a bit of extra wiring going on around here. Yeah, that unfortunately, that algae deoxidizer in that position is also plugged into the same circuit, so when I hit that switch, that shuts off too, which is an air supply issue. But I'll need to leave these micro mushers and things running most of the time anyway. But on the original circuit layout, the fridges were on the same circuit and they got shut off whenever I shut off the kitchen, so they became useless as storage. I've actually wired separately down here now and moved that wire up a little bit so the cooker's on that circuit, and then I've plugged the mushers into the light circuit above so they run off that circuit. So I can shut off all the cooking equipment but leave the fridges powered up so they'll continue to store and preserve food. And I think I need to turn this one on as well, so enable that building. Go. That'll drain a bit of extra power, but apparently 23,500 calories is too much for a single fridge to handle. They can only store 100 kilograms. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going into the ration boxes which store 150. But yeah, shame that. But with that on, I can actually start, I can cool properly, I guess around 35,000 calories worth of food. Something like that. I don't know. But I've got it plugged into a generator anyway, and oh jeez, it's overheating again. Oh, I know why. It's because of the CO2, it's backing up all of that, so I do need to keep this operational. Yeah, let 40 grams through. And I don't know if you saw it because it was so fast on top speed, but Rowan adjusted the gas valve. So that's letting a little bit of gas start to filter into here. And yeah, that's looking nice and cool, minus 23 degrees. It's getting there. Though sadly, with this coming in, that's more CO2 that needs to be cooled, so, you know. But you can see this little blue sparkly effect going on, so that means it's getting very cold in here now. And yeah, that's already overpressurizing, so it's not ready to accept more. Let's drop that a little bit. Yep, and then you saw it again there, just brief flash, as Nisbet adjusted the gas valve. So valves you need to have direct physical access to, rather than just having them tucked away somewhere. People probably know this because people have been playing this expansion a lot more than I have, but that is the thing. I feel like I'm helping, okay? I feel like I'm helping. And that's all I care about. Yeah, right. Okay, let's go ahead and install a pipe there. And that will require some plumbing, so liquid pipes, igneous rock. I fed all my sedimentary rock to our lovely little mineral muncher to get coal, because I wasn't using it. And then install a high capacity wire, because quite simply I don't want to have to come back into here any more than I have to try and adjust things. So, yeah. Also, something I'd like to note, I'm just about to hit cycle 60. No one has died. No one has died. That is a huge accomplishment given how my last base performed. Yeah. I know you shouldn't be happy like, hey, no one's died yet. But it's true. Though that said, they might start choking soon. Better check that. Oh, jeez. This might be a slight issue. This might be a slight issue. Just a thought, but that might be somewhat important, that. Okay, I better focus on that and get things going then. Oh, jeez. Priority 9, research section. Re-enable, cooking section. Because we need that algae being condensed over there. And speaking of algae being condensed, we actually need algae in the first place. That's broken through down there. Okay. I was going to wait and do that, but there's no time. So dig that. Dig that. Dig that. And I guess dig that. They might be able to reach that now because that water level's dropped. But I'll need to install a tile over here as well to just reinforce that wall, otherwise it'll break through there and flood this area, so that wouldn't be ideal. Eesh. This base is so high maintenance. 9. Dig those out as a priority if you please. So yeah. Okay. So getting access to all the little scraps of algae I can see in this area. Because I've not explored really, I've not gone very far. And I've noticed this also seems to be a pattern with this series. I get so caught up trying to deal with the base in general that I just don't oh, thank you. I just don't manage to dig out big roving passages all over the place. Because I'm just focused on getting the base just right. I want to change a little bit here, I want to put a wall there, I want this pipe to go this way, and then I get frustrated because it's not gone how I want it to. This area's heating up like hell. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's because all the batteries are in there now. Yeah, that's right. Oh dear. Yeah, that's a problem because the batteries there is a temporary thing, and again, I've left the batteries there as a permanent feature. Yeah. I'm not such a great engineer, am I? Not really. I really am not. But I know just enough to cause trouble for the people that live under my command. I think that's a better way to put it, and I better shut that off again, so, yeah. Yeah, breathing is a slight issue. No one's going down there to dig those, so that means there's other jobs competing for it. Let's switch research down to 8. That's priority store the food, switch that down to 8 as well. That's all 8. That gets the contaminated dirt out of the way. That keeps the CO2 processing there. That's fine. That's fine. What are you even meant to be holding? Oh, you're a seed holder. That's fine. What else have I got priority 9? I've got the power plants on 9. I've got these boosters on 9. Let's set those down to 8. Sure. Okay, that should leave people free to actually go and do stuff. Because I had everyone doing everything and I was getting too prioritised again. Okay, that's in the place. Yep. Start digging out the algae and getting more air. More air. Quite a useful thing to have. Strange but true. It's one of those little facts that people never talk about. That it's good to have air. Actually, that's a quote from Emperor the Text-to-Speech Device. from one of the High Lords. Like, we need to talk about banning the breathing of air for everyone that is not us. And then a little bit later in the same episode, wait, isn't breathing air important? And I'd say, maybe? It seems to matter to the people trying to do it, so, you know, there must be some kind of benefit to breathing air. But we have oxygen again. And sadly that is also it for this episode. Look at me, I did absolutely nothing but talk and muddle around and try to get various bits and pieces of the base operational. And yeah, I guess that's one of the other problems of pausing and then recording again. I keep losing the flow. The early episodes of the previous base flowed a hell of a lot better because I was recording them back to back. So I actually knew what I was trying to do. And breaking them up seems to confuse me a little bit. I don't know. It's one of those things. But anyway, as I said, timer went off. That's it. End of the video. This has been Iron Mark III. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show and me talking myself further and further and further into the delightful depths of insanity. And I'll catch you all some other time. Hitting -30 now. Yeah, I'll see you all later.